Recently, I've been really, really broke. I have an addiction. Paradox games. Not the really bad ones, just the bad ones. It's a bad addiction. It's a bad addiction. Maybe as bad as opium. The Opium Wars? You know what? I need to make some money. I think I'll get a job. No, I'm gonna I'm gonna start a business using my Victoria 3 economics degree. Hi viewer, this is a new kind of video for me. A silly video. And it's about Victoria 3, a game I think is pretty good. So, what was I yapping about a minute ago? Oh yeah, economics. I learned stuff from video games. Wait, take that line. Everybody knows that the economy is boring and way too complicated. But I think that Victoria 3 helps the player kind of understand some of these systems. Like, for example, price. Price of a certain good is determined by two things: how many are bought and how many are sold. It's basically supply and demand. These goods can be used by buildings to build other things, or exports or imports, and by population consumption. And the price is directly correlated to the balance between buy and sell orders. Take textile mills. The most production methods for textile mills require 4,500 shuffle guys and 500 cash registers. Now these dudes take 40 fabric and turn it into 45 clothes. Pretty neat. However, this function is not always probable. The mill has to buy fabric and pay workers. So the mill will only work if fabric is cheap enough and the wage is low enough that the profit generated by selling those clothes is a benefit for the building. And then it also likes to pay taxes, and there's throughput and economy of, especially when you consider the bane of my existence, supply chains. See, that fabric doesn't come from anywhere. It comes from ranches and subsistence farms and my cat. And those buildings also have the same issues. Livestock ranches usually use tools, which come from tools factories, which use iron and wood to make tools. That's redundant, take that out. And then tools and other shit gets made into wood and iron and money directly into my wallet. This supply chain, the wood, iron, and tools, and then probably coal and other stuff supply chain, or as I like to call it, the bum poor country supply chain, is essential to Victoria 3. Unless you start cheating and manifest some steel into your country, then even the most great of powers is going to have to deal with this chain. Honestly, it's like second nature to me. I instinctively click on the production lens and start alt-clicking the fuck out of wood and iron and coal as soon as I spawn, before I even check what country I'm in. Wait, I'm where? And I mean, this is the most rudimentary supply line. Some of this shit gets insane. Take, for example, car manufactories. I hate Henry Ford. I hate Henry Ford. I hate Henry Ford. I hate Henry Ford. Henry Ford got a shout out in Mein Kampf. The basic points of this supply chain are so mind-boggling that if I were to even open my entire cortex to process it, I wouldn't understand it, and would create so much electricity inside my skull that my head would... Ooh, this flag has like a
elephant green screen effect.
So, you could min-max in this game. It's technically possible, but you would probably go insane. So eventually I just resort to looking at the market, seeing what's expensive and what's cheap, and adjusting accordingly. And then I go annihilate some tiny country with my massive smooth bores. Oh yeah, this game kind of forces you to do imperialism. You probably don't start with enough oil or rubber within your vicinity to possibly buy. So you go steal it from Africa. And yeah, that's about all there is to that aspect of the game. Oh wait, did I forget about government? Yeah, governments exist too. And to put it as simply as I can in my lifetime, they have laws which affect all sorts of stuff. And a couple little, like, points, statistics, measurements, I don't know what to say, which simplify without destroying all the complexities of certain systems. I need you to pass poor laws. Oh, and pops, too. People exist, and they do stuff, and are in, like, groups and stuff, and almost annihilate my CPU by 1880. God damn, these pops got my computer sounding like a PlayStation. All these things, government, economy, and population come together to make a gratifyingly complex system, but not overly gamey. And it feels relatively true to the world. Oh, did I forget? This is also a historical game. So most important nations have like flavor, unique decisions, and stuff that push it along. or very different chain of history, like German unification, Canada, Manifest Destiny, that one mid DLC, all sorts of stuff. And to be honest, the game is kind of flavor deprived. After 1870 or so, most nations have almost nothing unique to do. Like, there's no American Empire journal entry that puts you to war with a European power for their old colonies. All you get is, like, to buy Alaska. Well, Victoria 3 is barely over a year old, and that's how all Paradox games start. I was a little worried for a while, but with how generally well received and fun Colossus of the South is, I have some hope. They also recently in that update added a bunch of new like military stuff, and it's pretty great. Like, it sure ain't perfect, but compared to the absolute catastrophe that was the Victoria 3 war system for the first year of existence, this system is pretty good. Like, I cannot believe that Victoria 3 on launch had us talking about shit like the 5-boat strategy. What the hell is a 5-boat strategy?
You, good little bro?
Wait, that's not...
Hello there, Fried Food Renos. It's me, your boy Tarkus, bona fide Giga Chad map gamer, speedrunner, and resident Victoria 3 toxic relationship enjoyer. I've got just over 700 hours in Victoria 3, and I hate the game, and I'm just butting in here to inform you that Victoria 3 is a horrifically imperfect game. Where it excels greatly in some spots, it equally falls short, including stunning features like schizophrenic AI diplomacy, game-breaking employment shenanigans, and a legal system based on luck. At the same time, Victoria 3 is the only game on the market to have such a compelling simulation of Victorian imperialism. The game dynamically incentivizes you to colonize and obtain materials while avoiding the ire of great powers, and it simulates the difficulties of world-spanning supply chains extremely effectively, especially with recent patches that have made local pricing and the need for railways ever more prevalent. While I waffle on my feelings about the game, sometimes being hugely optimistic and other times pessimistic, hopefully the upcoming Spheres of Influence DLC can put the game on the right track towards giving you all new ways to disintegrate your CPU. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and comment in the subscribe box, and make sure you check out more of Fried Food's videos. I particularly recommend the one about spaghetti folk sign language. If you're a Victoria 3 fan, I have tons of now outdated guides to the game on my channel, and content from other Paradox games over on my channel, Tarkus. Wait, are those guidelines on things supposed to say in the recording? Okay, whatever. Just subscribe to both of us, or I'll find you.
Thanks to Tarkus for the cameo, and thanks to Prolox. The end card's only 30 seconds, so I have more to say. Find me in the description.